Welcome to Yoga Hip Openers for emotional balance, clarity, and mastery. Coming to you from Bambuda Castle in Boquete, Panama, during the Unite the World Firsthand Drive Around the Whole World journey. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we release our videos from around the whole world. Check out more of our adventures, and if you value what we're doing, please become a patron or a private student. This lesson is dedicated to one of my longest running students, Joanne, as well as all peoples looking for greater emotional mastery. We'll start in a normal, natural, upright posture and check in. Notice how you're holding yourself without changing it. Notice how you're thinking, how you're feeling, your emotional state, as well as the way your physical body feels. And notice also how you're breathing. We do this not as a means to judge ourselves, but simply to practice getting into the observer mind and notice the contrast throughout the practice. Move your feet to hip distance apart. Even amount of pressure in both feet. Knees slightly bent. Pelvis scooping under and forwards, feeling an engagement in the low abdomen. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, slowly relax your arms down, relax your hips, your glutes, your legs, and your feet, still scooping the pelvis gently under and forwards. Then inhale, rise up with the chest, scoot the shoulders back, and exhale, round the arms forwards, leading with the elbows, relaxing the shoulders down, and connecting palm facing palm. Then inhale up with the crown, touch the tip of the tongue against the upper palate behind the teeth, shift the head back, chin to chest, and exhale, relaxing head, jaw, neck and shoulders, arms, side body, hips, glutes, legs and feet. And once again, observe. Notice if anything is shifted, and study this good upright posture we call ready position. Then breathe in through the nose, expand the space between the arms, and exhale out the nose, contract the space, moving slowly and steadily with your breathing, expanding space just a few inches, and then exhale, contracting space. Feel the palm facing palm connection. Visualize in your mind as if you are growing an energy ball on the inhale, and exhale, solidifying it between your hands a little bit more. You'll begin to feel some warmth or some tingling in the hands. Hold the energy, and then inhale it into your abdomen and move the energy and breath up your spine, past your neck and head, all the way up overhead where we stretch with full lungs. And then exhale, soften shoulders, elbows, and wrists, bringing the arms down the outside edges of the toroidal field. Inhale, move energy up the midline, all the way up overhead, stretching the lungs and the whole body, and then slowly exhaling out the nose, relaxing down. Repeating this one more time, burning through blockages between our physical, emotional, and mental self, and exhaling out the smoke, releasing what doesn't serve, and coming into this now moment where we are. Then inhale up to your heart center, turn the palms face down, and exhale, move the energy down the midline. turn palms face out and inhale, float the arms up and overhead, shifting the gaze to the space between the hands. And exhale, engage the arms and pull conscious energy through the body from head all the way to foot. Inhaling through the nose, rising up the outside edges of the torus, and exhale, moving energy down through, scanning and feeling your body slowly. One more time. As we exhale, scanning, filling up the mind, the emotions, and the whole physical form with conscious energy. And then clearing the ground, bending at elbows, doing a small circle with the hands, and bringing that energy back to balance and to our center, found just beneath the navel at the belt line, our center of gravity, where we check in. Notice what's shifted for you with just some posture adjustment and a few conscious breaths in motion with our body. Let's slide our hands to our hips and begin to warm up the hips, rolling them out in big circles, inhaling forward and exhaling back. Beginning with small circles, but steadily working them bigger and bigger, really getting into them by pressing them out to the sides, back to the other side, and forward. Timing the breath and body motion still together. Then we reverse, still exhaling back, inhaling forwards, beginning to tether our association of the hips and the breath, balancing and harmonizing our emotions. And now let's begin to move our hips a little bit differently, moving them in an infinity loop, one hip to one side and then to front, and the other hip to the other side to front. Notice how I'm swaying in this sideways 8 looping. We can massage and rub our hips as we do this. Then let's reverse, going back in the opposite direction. Timing your breath however feels natural. Maybe you breathe in for a loop, breathe out for a loop. And just begin to diversify the movement, opening up those hips, relaxing them, but still giving them a good stretch, and then slowly come back to center. Relax the arms down and let's shake it out from the hips, the torso, the thighs, loosening everything up as best we can. Remember not to take this too seriously. And then let's come down and inhale into a frog squat, opening up the low back, the chest, and the chin. Then exhale into a forward fold, straightening the legs and pulling your chest into your legs. Relax in a ragdoll and inhale, peel up your spine all the way to standing. Then slowly open the hands and scoop back into a back bend. Inhale, rise back up, thumbs over closed fist. Exhale, pull all 8 knuckles down to the ground. Then we repeat. Inhale, frog squat, opening up low back, chest and chin. Exhale, squeezing the low back together, straightening the legs and pulling in for a forward fold. Then ragdoll and inhale, peel up to standing. Exhale, wide hands stretch and come up overhead into a back bend. Pulling from the pelvis, inhale up to standing, and exhale, thumbs over closed fists. Pull the knuckles down all the way to the ground. One more time through. Frog squat. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Relaxing neck and head. Inhale, ragdoll, peel up the spine, maybe gently sway from side to side. Feel the energy move up every vertebrae. And then wide hands, stretch out the hands and back bend as far as you can go. Inhale, back up, and exhale, pull the knuckles down, stretching the wrists. Inhale, the hands all the way up overhead. Interlace the fingers, point the index and thumb up. And then exhale, scooting over and arching to the left, keeping an even amount of pressure in the feet. Inhale, open the chest, and exhale, go down even further. Hold for a breath. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, move over to the right. Even amount of pressure in the feet. Inhale, open up the shoulder and chest, look up if you can, before exhaling further down to the side. Hold for one breath, and then rise back up to center. One more time. First to the left, exhaling. Holding for breath, inhaling up, and exhaling to the other side. May be more difficult to move in this way. Do your best. Inhale up and exhale clear, scanning energy once again through the body and relaxing from head to foot. Now let's gently twist it out, pivoting on one heel, relaxing the arms and letting them flop to either side and looking over each shoulder as far as we can. Then pivoting on the toes, still rotating, twisting as much as we can, opening up in the legs and the torso. Then let's shake it out. Shake out the arms and legs, getting things loosened up. Adjust the clothes, and let's slowly come down to our mats. Relaxing your whole back down, neck and head, with the knees bent. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Pull the left foot in as close to your butt as you can. Press the right knee away with the right hand until you can feel it in your hips. Breathe into the hip. Adjust the front ankle. Adjust your placement of the right hand. Give yourself as much stretch as feels manageable for you. Always challenging yourself, but not too much. And then steadily breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And if you like, remove your right hand, bring it through the hole of your crossed leg, interlace the fingers behind the left thigh, pull the left thigh in and rise up with the chest. Then straighten the leg, breathing here, really getting into that hip now, opening up. Soften the body as best you can using your breath. Release any stuck, stored emotions. And then slowly let go of the body, releasing back down to the ground. Uncross the legs and gently windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Then let's switch the cross of the legs. Left ankle over right thigh. Press the left knee away with the left hand. Pull the right foot into your butt. Go to your desired limit where you start to feel it. Breathe into that space. Find your medium limit, a place that's not comfortable, not uncomfortable, but you're really starting to feel it, to the point where you need to focus on the breath and body. Clearing this side, using your breath, letting go of what the mind says, and just keep observing. And then, like before, if you like, bring your hand through the hole, interlace your fingers behind the right thigh, pull the right thigh in as you lift the chest up. Do your best not to strain the neck. Straighten the right leg. Go to that medium limit and breathe. In the nose, out the mouth, still stretching out the lungs. And then gently release. Bring the foot down, uncross the legs, pull the knees into the chest, and let's gently pulse the spine, and then rotate out in big circles. Inhaling with the knees moving away, exhaling, rotating back into chest. Massaging the hips and low back as we do so. Then reverse, moving the opposite direction, still inhaling away, exhaling back to chest. And then coming back to center, gently rocking back and forth until we move all the way up to a seated position, and slowly rotate around into a tabletop position. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. So we have straight lines in our arms and legs. And then let's roll out the hips in big circles, inhaling forwards and exhaling back, going as far to each side, forwards and backwards as we can. Loosening up those hips, treating them well, continuing just to focus on the breath and body motion together. And switch the direction. Let the feet go from side to side. Keep the knees where they are. And then spiral back to center. Then let's slowly scoot the right leg back, bring the arms forward, and then drive the left knee to right behind the left wrist. Lean over onto the left hip so that you can pull out that left foot from out and underneath you. Bring it as far forward as possible before shifting weight back over. Check to see that your back leg is in alignment with your side. Then inhale, bring the chest all the way up, and slowly exhale out the mouth, lowering down, coming down onto one forearm, onto both forearms, adjusting as need to before lowering the head, resting the forehead on the arms into pigeon pose. Relax those hips down to the ground using your breath. Pull the right hip forwards and press the left hip back. You can bring your hands out a little in front of you to lower the head down further. Whatever gets you to that medium limit. Remember, this pressure is investment for the pleasure that you will receive from opening up the emotions, reconnecting back to a full equilibrium and harmony with the whole spectrum of your human emotional system. Let the whole body and mind become passive as you continue to observe this pressure, releasing a little more with every exhale. Then slowly, let's come up, pressing into one hand, pressing into the other hand, rise back up at the chest, curl the back toes under, press through the back heel, making space for that front leg to come back, and shake it out, rotate it out, loosen it up. Then let's walk out our dog here, our downward facing dog, bending one leg, then bending the other. And then let's drive the right knee forward to the right wrist, lower the back leg down, gently lean over onto the right hip so that you can pull the right foot out from underneath you just as far as you can before coming back up onto the hands. Make sure that back leg is straight with your side body. Before inhaling, rising up with the chest, and exhaling, slowly lowering down. One arm down, the other arm down, forehead comes to rest. Press now the right hip back, pull the left hip forwards just a bit until you're really feeling that limit. Then use the breath to ease. Adjust the hands, bring them forward so you can bring your forehead all the way down to the mat if that's available for you today. Then let's slowly come out of it, pressing into one hand, pressing into the other hand, bringing the chest back up, bringing the toes under, pressing through the back heel, reaching that right leg back, and then giving it a good shake out, consciously moving everything back into place, and then walking out the downward facing dog. Once again, shifting hips down, looking underneath each arm, filling up those lungs, and releasing them out completely. And then let's gently lower down to seated, moving into our cow face pose with our left leg under, right leg over. Pull the right foot back as far as you can onto the pinky toe side. So we have knee over knee here, and it's okay if you have a lot of space, or if this is too uncomfortable, you can extend the bottom leg out straight. But we're moving into both knees bent here, adjusting to be as comfortable as possible. Then bring the hands to adjust the body as best you can, knee over knee, feet out to the sides. Inhale your chest up, and slowly exhale, walk the hands forward, bring the chest forwards and down just as far as you can, challenging yourself moderately but strongly. Maybe you shift a little from side to side, see if some way you can find a means of opening. This is a very pressureful position, but we want to challenge ourselves in it. So shift your weight and keep lowering down a little bit more with every exhale. Keep your chin lifted. Hold no strain in your neck, head, or face. If you're starting to open up, bring the hands back. Let your chest sink down even further. And if you'd like to go even more, you can adjust your body out to the left-hand side, to the side of your legs, and bring the head and chest down as much as possible. You can bring one arm back, go to the other side, bring the other arm back. Take some breaths, don't tense the breath, and then both arms back. Wherever you're at is where you need to be. Visualize yourself moving into these positions even if you're not there yet. And then let's slowly come out of it, inhaling up, adjusting. And then you can, in your own ways, switch your legs or do this fancy thing. Come up onto your hands, pivot on the balls of your feet, and rotate 360 degrees around to your left, coming out onto the other side. Now with the left leg on top, right leg on bottom, pull that left foot back, knee over knee, adjusting to be in the right position for you today, touching them with your body, with your hips. Perhaps you want to massage a little bit if this side is feeling more tense. You can always do some light tapping, some patting, some squeezing, whatever feels right for you to get your hips, your emotions to open. Begin to trust in all of them, not just your preferred emotions, not just your preferred feelings, but all of them, as they all have a message for you, if you'll but receive it. Inhale up, exhale, walk the hands forward and gently bring the chest down, easing into it. Every inhale, checking in with the pressure, before every exhale, releasing it and lowering down even just a millimeter more. Hands coming all the way forwards, bringing the chest all the way down. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. If it's available to you, come over to the right. Lower your head past your legs. Bring your left arm back. Bring the left hand back forwards, adjust, and bring your chest and head over the left side, bringing your right arm back. Adjust to bring both arms back, head and chest center. Relaxing the chin over the top knee. Gently swing a bit from side to side to help ease into it. And then let's gently come back up, rising up with the chest. bringing the arms back forwards, and adjust the legs to very easily release those legs out. Come to the side of your mat, and let's gently shake out the legs from the hips, wiggling through and going all the way through to the ankles, bouncing out the knees, and wiggling out from the tailbone, hips, whole body. Smile, put a big smile on your face. Release the endorphins, not taking this practice ever too seriously, but definitely sincerely and with our whole hearts. Good. Now come all the way forward onto your yoga mat, and let's exhale, slide down into a forward fold. Pressing the heels forward, pulling the toes back, adjusting from side to side. Inhale, lift the chest and chin, and then exhale, slowly lower everything down. Grabbing as far down the ankles or feet as you can. Feel this stretch through your whole legs into your hips and low back. And once again, keep coming down a little further with every exhale. Then let's slowly release. Inhale and rise the chest and arms. And exhale with control. Lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Adjust and be comfortable. And wiggle it out from your hips, through your legs, echoing through your torso. Really shift those hips from side to side. Bounce one hip onto the mat. Bounce the other hip onto the mat. Massaging them gently. And then let's bend the knees. Bring both feet up. Open the arms out like airplane wings. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh and exhale it down to the right as your head looks over to the left. Now we begin to get a bit more passive in our practice here. The mind and the breath stay active, but let your body go. Let the hip completely open on its own accord, in its own timing. Let your body soften and begin to cool down. Then let's gently come back up, uncross the legs, switch the cross of the legs, adjust as need be before exhaling, bringing the legs down to the left and the head looking over to the right. Once again, body passive, mind and breath active. Inhale, rise back up. Uncross the legs. Bring the hands to the knees and once again gently pulse with the knees and rotate them around in big circles, massaging the hips and low back. Timing the breath and body motion together. Recognizing and reflecting your practice and how it went today, but allowing yourself to ease into the final position of Shavasana. Switch the direction of the legs, rotating still, knees away, inhaling, exhaling, knees back in. Knees can be closer together or further apart, but then spiral them back to center. Wrap your arms all the way around your legs, pull your head into your knees, and hug yourself into a ball, taking a moment to give gratitude for yourself for completing this practice. And then gently release, head down, arms down, legs down straight. Adjust yourself to be as comfortable as possible by adjusting the clothes, releasing out your hair, whatever you need to do to get into the position that gets you ready to completely let go. With the eyes open, take a full breath in, full presence of the body inside and out, before exhaling out the mouth, closing the eyes, surrendering your whole body, and letting yourself absorb this practice for the next couple of minutes. Stay present with yourself by inhaling in through the nose, being present with your waking state, exhaling out your mouth, further letting go, drifting ever closer to sleep, and discovering the space between being awake and being asleep. Slowly begin to deepen your breathing. Waken your body, wiggling the fingers and the toes. Gently rotating at your ankles and your wrists, and swaying your neck from side to side. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Pause with the full breath in to give yourself a full body wake up stretch before exhaling, bending knees towards the chest and gently moving down to one side, resting in a fetal position for another moment. Holding this state of full relaxation, gentleness with yourself, and acceptance of your whole being. Remember that you are an infinite child of the universe, guiding oneself into discovering a greater sense of living and existing. So rise to the occasion, slowly and easily, coming to a forward cross-legged seated position where we'll end our practice. Bringing the hands to the legs, checking back in with yourself, noticing how you feel different now from the beginning of your practice. Bring your hands together at the heart center, pressing the thumbs into the sternum and feeling your heart beat. Giving gratitude for yourself, for this practice, and the space to practice in. Namaste. Well done. Thank you for joining me today. Please be sure to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell for updates, comment any questions or requests that you may have, as well as share this with friends on social media or otherwise. We appreciate you being here, and if you would like further guidance and one-on-one coaching, be sure to reach out via email, social media, or WhatsApp. We're grateful to have taught at this space and worked with this wonderful business. We'll see you again next time on the Unite the World Firsthand Global Movement.